What's up, everybody? Ty Bartell in with another edition of Player Profile. This time we're with one of the senior outfielders for the Canfield Cardinals baseball program, Zain Jadala, joining me today. Zain, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm not doing too bad. How's the excitement? How's the anticipation gearing up for senior year? What one final go at it at the high school realm?
I'm super excited. I've been ready since December, and the weather's great this week. We're getting out on the field. It's about that time.
I know Tanner was talking about that as well too. How exciting is it that you finally get to see some sixes and maybe some sevens in
Oh
the
yeah.
temperature instead of the threes and the fours?
Oh yeah. It's really exciting. I think we fixed up our field a little bit too this year, so we're getting on it early. I mean, I think last year at this time I don't even think we'd be able to get on it, and so it's really nice. I'm super excited that's finally here, especially for my senior year.
Coach Weimer was kind of talking about it helps morale. He feels like when you guys get to
Mhm.
play on the field instead of indoors. Do you feel like that as a player perspective?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Especially like being an outfielder and everything, infielders they get to take ground balls inside. We can't really take pop flies, and we have to go in the gym, work on like these little things, and it's good stuff, but it's not the fun stuff, seeing the
Yeah.
real deal
No,
outside.
no, no doubt, no doubt. Zay, before we go further into this journey and future chapters in this current chapter, I want to go back to your first chapter in baseball. What's some of the earliest memories you have, and when do you remember getting involved with the sport?
I think my first time ever like really playing was when I was 3, and I was in like the YMCA league, like down at Mill Creek. It was like fake bases. I think it was just like a grass field, Mill Creek, where like you go sledding and everything, I think. And then I just really picked up the game from my brother and went on to like CBC, T-ball, coach pitch, then kid pitch, and then from there on.
If you could describe yourself as a player to anyone who hasn't had the chance to see you, what's a couple of words or what's maybe a phrase you would use to describe yourself and your play style?
I think I'm really energetic, outgoing, quick, just like. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I get a little rowdy on the field, sometimes a little too much. And I gotta calm down sometimes.
I love it though. Every team needs their high energy players, and outfielders are in a unique spot because you guys get to see the whole field. So, what's one of the coolest, craziest plays you've been a part of, and what's one of the coolest, craziest plays you've gotten to see from your spot that maybe you weren't a part of, but you got to witness?
I think last year for me, like a play I've had in the field, I think it was against Howland. And oh no, actually take that back. We were in Myrtle. It was first game in Myrtle. And it was like the first inning. There's runners on second and third. I was playing center field, and a ball hit. It was hit probably the highest ball I've seen all year. And I'm going back on it, and I just like kind of like dove over my back, caught it, landed on the warning track. I mean, it felt pretty cool. I don't know how cool it looked, but I think that was the most cool like looking thing. And then probably someone else. I've seen some good players. We've had some good players in the past, but I've seen like, for example, like Ben Slanker just throw out runners, and it's just like a hose.
Yeah.
It's like some of the nice throws you'll ever see.
If you could kind of create your own, because I mean, I know outfielders, every baseball glove, like I said in a previous interview, it's like a marriage for every player. You need the perfect glove. If you could create your own kind of custom baseball glove with any kind of colors, design, what would that look like? What would that be?
I think I like the really simple stuff. I can't lie. I like the kind of like a tannish white glove, and then just playing with like my last name on it or something like that, and then like 12 3/4 big glove for the outfield. I love it, and that's what I like.
What's your favorite part of playing outfield? Tracking down the fly balls, making the big throws into the
Uh,
infield, or something else?
it's definitely the throws. Those are my favorite, and like I love showing off the arm. It's my favorite.
Do you remember the first time you ever had an outfield assist and you were able to gun someone down that was trying to take an extra base?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably when I was like, I remember the earliest one I remember. I think I was like 14 playing travel ball. I was in like right field, and it was a really nice throw on a line to the catcher, tagged him out, and it's just a great feeling, I think.
I know outfielders love to pride themselves on their speed and how quickly they can get to a ball. If
Yeah.
you were to line up all the Canfield outfielders for a race, who's winning that race right now?
I gotta think of all our outfielders. All right, I think it'd be pretty close, but I think I got it.
You think
I
you
think I
got it?
got it.
All
I think
right.
I got
You
it.
might have to see the Canfield social media
So-
show this race too, and see if you could back up the word.
Some of the other kids might not think so, but if there's a couple kids, I think it'd be really close. But I think I'd just like edge them out just because I feel like I have before in the past.
I love the competition within Canfield baseball, but I also love the camaraderie, and I could see the golden locks
Oh yeah,
you got you're rocking too. What does that mean for you too? The bleaching of the hair too, and just being a part of Canfield baseball. What's that tradition mean to you to keep that going?
yeah, for sure. It's been a thing for like since I remember coming to games when I was in like fifth grade with my brother, watching them. They'd all bleach their hair, then go to Myrtle Beach. It's just like it kind of just gets you excited to want to go play varsity baseball. Dye your hair. You make varsity, you get to dye your hair, and it's just like kind of like you put in the work all off season. You get rewarded. Some people might not see it as a reward, but we do. And it's honestly it's one of my favorite things. Like I was looking so forward to getting it done on Saturday when I bleached my hair. Just
I know you were talking about yourself winning the race, but David Murphy, your teammate, said it's between you and him for the funniest guys in the dugout. Do you accept that too? Or do
I
you
mean,
think David's
if
got it?
he
What do you think?
if he thinks I'm funny, I mean, I think David's by far the funniest kid on the team. Like if you ask anyone, it's him. He's it's just he says the most random stuff, and it's just so funny for no reason.
If you had to pick a teammate to be stranded on an island with right now, or a teammate or two, who's the teammate you pick right now?
Ah, I'd probably pick Tanner just because he's got like I don't know. I feel like he'd be good with like figuring out like the little things on the island, like how to get food, how to like build something. I think he's handy. He's good with that stuff, and he's usually relaxed most of the time. I'd be
Yeah.
freaking out. So
I was gonna
yeah,
say he's gonna stay positive the whole time. He's gonna
yeah,
say it's not that big of a deal. We'll figure it out.
yeah.
It seems that's kind of his going. When you talk about this team and what you guys are able to present this year. I think it's 8 seniors is what Coach Weimer said
Uh,
too. What's it like for you to kind of take that step into being a senior leader too? Do you kind of feel comfortable in that role as one of the leaders of the team, or do you feel like it's kind of a fish out of water feeling right now?
No, actually, I think we all feel really comfortable. We've seen the guys before us and how great of a job they've done, like leading the team and everything. We learn things from them and grow honestly, and find new things to like keep the team up and everything. I think we have like not just one leader. We all eight of us seniors are pretty good leaders, and if everything feels really good this year, just on that aspect of things.
I know with baseball players, one of the best things is the post game meal after a big win. What's your favorite post game meal, and what's your go to after a big win?
We like especially on away games. I mean, it might not be our favorite food, but it's just like the atmosphere. We love going to BJ's and like I
Yeah,
don't know, just getting like a root beer and like so I don't know, like deep dish pizza, I don't know, sandwich. It's our favorite. And then also like fast food, we'll go to like Cane's or Chipotle. That's
Canes is always.
those are our three things.
I'm a fan of Canes. People, I
So am
feel like
I.
it's a 50-50 thing
Oh
with
yeah.
Canes. I'm a fan of Canes. I like Canes. I think they're doing things right over there. When we talk about for your high school career, it's been a great one too. We got to talk a little bit about future plans and just kind of briefly kind of peek into future
Uh,
chapters. What's the plans after high school and you get to throw the cap in the air?
I'm going to Washington and Jefferson College in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna play baseball there. Yeah, and then yeah.
Go through that kind of college decision making process for me, and why Washington and Jefferson kind of felt like home for you to kind of settle in for the next few years.
Yeah, I went down there. The coaches were amazing. They know what they're doing down there. They have a great winning culture down there. Also, just academically, it seemed like the right fit, and just it's the culture out of those guys. They win every year, and that's kind of what I want to be a part of. So yeah.
You want that championship culture. What are some other qualities you look for in a head coach and in a coaching staff?
It was honestly, he was very respectful, kept up with me all the time, and it just like it felt like he cared about me, and it felt like he also cared about all the other guys on his team. It just wasn't like you were one of those guys, and he cares about everyone. That's kind of how I saw it, and it just kind of like felt like home.
I feel like a lot of people, the longer they're within the sport of baseball, they start to realize that that quote of baseball being poetic, baseball being romantic, and such like that. When you talk about baseball as a life lesson and the things it's been able to teach you, what are some things that you've kind of taken from baseball as life lessons that's translated to your life that's kind of helped you out?
Yeah. Honestly, like kind of just like some like discipline and like, it honestly teaches you to just like relax, settle down. Like, not everything's a big deal. Not everything's such a big deal. Like I remember when I'm like a freshman, sophomore, and honestly, I still do today. Like sometimes the little things really get me like riled up. Like say, ground out, something like that. It just really teaches you you just gotta move on. Next at bat. Life moves on. Life moves forward. That's honestly the biggest thing for me. And yeah.
You talked about the academic side when picking the college too. I want to talk a little bit about the academic side here at the high school level. Who are some of your favorite teachers? What were some of your favorite classes that you got to be in?
Oh man, some of my favorite teachers. Mr. Ruark, he's our English teacher. He teaches to like the college credit classes through Kent. He's one of the best teachers. I gotta, I gotta think. Um, I don't want to miss anyone. I like, ugh, yeah, I mean, Mr. Ruark, and then Mr. Strohacker, our gym teacher. We have a competitive sports class too. It's all like pretty much the athletes in our grade. We get together, we play like say like one week we'll play football and it's like competition. There's power rankings, everything. We get after it. He loves it. It's honestly the best time. Last class of the day, senior year.
I know I put you on the spot. We'll put a blanket out. Give love to all the teachers that you may have
Yeah,
forgotten to shout out here too. I
that's my
put them on the
fault.
spot. I put them on the spot. I want to give you some rapid fire questions though. Gonna hit you with some ones if you're ready for them.
All right. Yeah.
What's the walk up song gonna be this year?
Oh man, my walk-up song's probably gonna be something Rod Wave. So
All
yeah,
right.
he's my favorite.
All right. If you had to play another position for a game other than outfield, what would it be? Or other than the ones you currently play, what's it going to be?
Oh man, first base seems like the life. I can't lie.
First base, a first baseman at heart, no doubt. When we talk about outfield skills, though, if you were able to take any kind of MLB outfielder skills for one game, who would you choose?
Oh man. I always loved watching Andrew McCutcheon play when I was younger. Like just like seeing him lay out for fly balls and everything like that was the best. And like he could hit too. And he's still old. He's still on the Pirates right now. He put up 20 homers last year. It's still really impressive, even though he's not his old self, but he's still really good.
I got a lot of love for Kutch, no doubt. And you talk about great stadiums. PNC Park's a beautiful one. Would that be your dream stadium to play in, or do you have another
Oh,
one that comes to mind?
nothing else. Only PNC. That's my dream stadium. Yeah.
PNC
So
Park, I
nice.
love it too. It's got to be. If it's not the best, it's one of the best in the entire league. We talk about your favorite player or role model in both either college or MLB level, who's that player?
Oh man. I mean, I said Andrew McCutcheon, but I'll switch it up. I like watching like Bo Bichette play. I think his swing is like really nice. A little bit of down year last year, but he's gonna bounce back this year. Anyways,
If
nice
you had
swing.
to if you had to pick one teammate to play the Canfield Cardinals mascot, who would it be?
Oh man, it's Tanner. Yeah,
Tanner's got the Cardinal
yeah,
mascot. He's got
it's
that
Tanner.
locked down.
Yeah.
Um, Final question. We talked about some of your baseball role models. Who's your real life role model?
Oh yeah, definitely my parents. And honestly, my whole family, my parents, my brother, and my sister. I learn from them every day. My brother's the reason honestly I love playing this game so much. He's kind of like I watched him play, and it's just made me love the game even more. And my parents, they're always there for me. They're at every game, and yeah, sister's one of my biggest supporters too. So yeah.
Got a lot of love for the family, and I love to see that as well. I want to give you the spotlight, though, before we do let you go to shine on anybody else that you want to shine on, and give a shout out to anybody else that's been there along the way for you.
Yeah, honestly, just Coach Weimer. He was an assistant my first year. He's been here all 4 years. He's been nothing but the best, and I'm really looking forward to getting to play this whole season with him.
Well, we're really looking forward to seeing what you're able to do out there on the field this season and what Canfield baseball program's able to do with its rich history of success too. I know everyone's going to have those highlights locked in, and everyone's going to be all golden out for Canfield baseball. And we're
Oh yeah.
excited to see what you guys are doing this year.
All right. Thank you for having me.
No doubt. First edition of Player Profile with Zain Jadala.